Before we get into the video, make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. I mean, come on, what are you doing if you're not subbed to me by now? My content is fire, from stop motions, news videos, reviews, music occasionally. All my social media accounts are linked down below, and now, let's get straight to it. Hello all you beautiful souls out there, thank you for clicking on this diorama video. Back at it again with some more display breakdowns. So, this is a bit of a unique one in terms of my normal commissions. Somebody came to me a few months back, like 4 months ago. They wanted 4 dioramas done, and I was like, wow, this is absolutely, this is crazy. I've never had one person ask for 4 dioramas all at once for me. But it was really fun. It took about 4 months to make all of them because I was on and off working on other diorama commissions. I was obviously doing YouTube for you guys, stop motions, photography, the usual stuff with me. Y'all know how it goes on the grind here just for a paycheck, you know? So, this one right here, I'm starting off with this piece. It is based off of the rock stuff from G1. You could see it in the comic books, Beast Wars, freaking R80 2001, Cyberverse, Bumblebee movie. I mean, this is like a pretty prominent rock landscape that you see in pretty much almost every Transformers media. So this is pretty much a given for any Transformers collector who does photography and stop motions. You definitely need one of these type of rock landscapes. I think it's in like North Dakota or South Dakota or something like that, or California even. So I basically did black for the base coloring, and then I created my own color scheme for the light brown. I mixed together like yellow, white, black, and orange, I think, to create this specific color. All of these, by the way, except for the brick building one that I'm going to show you later on, they're all about 14 by 14. That's what the customer wanted, 14 by 14 for all of them. The building one is just a little bit bigger due to just how it was made. But going back to this, it's got 2 removable rock pieces painted all the way around with the wash and everything. You know how I do. 2 of those made with Sculpt-A-Mold on top of foam. And for all 4 of these, I'm not going to show it for all 4 because it's the same build right here. The person wanted a bit of an elevation to the diorama because of how their setup is with the TV and stuff like that for backgrounds they use. So what I did was I used some extra foam pieces to elevate it just a little bit because they didn't want it elevated too much, just a little bit more. And I used magnets to connect it together. You got one at the base and then one connected to these base pieces. They look like this on all of them, except for the Pavement one that I'm going to show you guys. The Pavement one that I'll show you later on in the video is double-sided, and I did not want to put magnets on one of the sides, or both of the sides, to ruin the look of it, so I just left it with the bases as is and no magnets on that one. But the other ones do have magnets to hold the bases together, which I thought was pretty cool. And moving on to the next piece, this is like concrete flooring. The person wanted some like creative details like water effects in the potholes, so I did one right here with some super glue, or not super glue, hot glue up in there, and then one right there. Maybe there's like wind going around, so I made it a bit more messy. And got cracks all along this. I didn't do black as the first coat of coloring. I did gray, which I don't normally do. And then I did the black wash on top, which is why my wash looks a little bit different here than usual. I thought it would give a nice little unique look to it. But yeah, bunch of details and cracks all along this thing, which I think came out pretty well. Got all the sides painted. All these dioramas have their sides and bottoms painted because I just think it looks cleaner and better that way, especially if you're paying a lot of money for these things. You would want them painted 360, but I know that's not, you know, it's not really needed with diorama builders. But me personally, for my own personal doing, I like it that way. Now, getting into some more nitty-gritty on this commission here. quick thing I want to note, I said earlier in the video 4 dioramas because originally this building right here and this concrete flooring piece was supposed to be one that you could interchange, use as like a floor piece for the building or whatever. But while I was building it, I realized I made the building a little bit bigger than the floor piece. So now they're technically 2 separate dioramas, but I've always just been grouping them in as one. So I guess you could say 5 dioramas in total, but I mean, the floor piece really isn't like 1 diorama. So I guess you could just say 4, but whatever. But this building right here, obviously bricks, red bricks with a black wash. What I did was I did black paint first, then I did the red over it to give it that wash effect. This is the first side for the windows. I used some plastic that I cut up and hot glued to the back of it. Looking at the other side, all of the same windows on each side. There's that side. That is this side right here. And this side, oop, I'm messing things up. There's that side. And I did the brickwork on the sides of these two just so it looks even and nice. And I did it on the inside of the windows there. Kind of hard to see, but I did it right there. Just so it looks a bit more even and nice looking. And they are painted front to back. Let me show you right here. You could take off the top. And magnetized. They're all painted on the inside. I gotta clean up the super glue before I ship it off. I still have to do some extra QC checks in terms of paint and stuff like that before I ship this out. So that's pretty much the last step, and I also have to make the box to ship it out. But yeah, painted along the sides there on each of them, the bottom, all along there. You know how I do. And the top piece, here's my red wax to keep up all my colored boards and backgrounds that you see in a lot of my videos. I've been using these for like 3 years since I moved here. I learned this trick from Boog Nice 10, Boog ACBA, how to keep that stuff up and use it for cutouts and stuff, and I've been using it ever since, and I just leave these on the walls. For any of you curious, I'm not some weirdo that just sticks red stuff to the wall. There is an actual purpose for anybody that was wondering. But anyway, back to this right here. The top of this building, I think this one I did gray as the first color, then I hit it with a black wash. I think that's what I did, but yeah, all textured up with some dents and cracks in there, mini dents and cracks, I should say. Painted all along the sides, you know how it goes. The back is painted also, so I guess you could flip it around and use the clean side if you wanted to, and I made it so it's a little bit wider and longer than the rest of the building, so you get like that edge effect that you get on a lot of buildings. So I kind of did it that way to get that sort of effect. It's not magnetized, I think I said that earlier, so you could just mess around with it however you want to get it as even as you would like. So, is there anything I'm missing on this building? No, I think it came out pretty good. Final 2 there. I got the CYBERTRON one, and then I got a Pavement one that I'll show off last. The CYBERTRON one right here, 14 by 14, got this little wall guard thing that's all beat up, painted it black with the base coat, then I went over it with some nice silver glossy paint all over this diorama. And I just did some little extra sculpted dents and cracks and stuff like that to make it all battle damaged and war torn from the battle on CYBERTRON. And I used a heat gun to give it effects like this. And what's another one? What's another heat gun type battle damage effect? Oh, up top here. You can see it's a bit melted and disformed looking there too. But yeah. Painted all along, front, back, side to side, blah, blah, blah. You could use it as a guard wall if an Autobot is taking heavy fire. Here is IDW skids for an example. Oh my god, there's too many Decepticons shooting at me. I can't believe I almost forgot the name of the main bad guys in Transformers. And got all these rubble pieces right here. Got, I think there's like 10 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, 10. Painted some of the details in these different colors that you see for like windows or building parts or energy pieces or whatever. So got blue, yellow, orange, purple, red all up in there. These are just foam pieces put into Sculptamold, glued together and dried together with Sculptamold, and then I went over it with a base coat of, like, I'm drawing a blank on the name right now, but some sort of like sealer glue. So I went over it with that just to make it solid and sturdy. Painted all along, everywhere. Really like how the details came out with the Sculptamold mixed with the foam. Black with the silver. Look at that gorgeous floor piece with all those indents and battle damage details all along the sides there. Take your look, feast your eyes upon that, people. Painted all along the sides, each side. I got some line work in there that I sculpted in myself. Black on top with the silver. Looking pretty good, 14 by 14. Back is painted as well with the bases on there, magnetized. Forgot to put that one on there or it fell off. But yeah, that is it for the CYBERTRON diorama. And the last diorama slash base piece the person commissioned from me is the Pavement. It's double-sided. This side, he wanted one that looks rained on, so that's what I did. I hit it with glossy black paint and a glossy finisher. And how I got the pavement-like texture, pretty interesting. I kind of made up my own way. I don't know if anybody else does this that's watching this video. But what I did was I put some like sand stuff on top, glued it on there, then I glued it again with some sealer. Then I basically just painted it glossy black and I went over it with a glossy sealer. So that's how I got that pavement-like effect and how I got it to look like it's wet, like it's a wet ground. Painted all along the sides there, on every side. And the other side, it is dry. Same texture with that sand stuff I put on there and painted black. And there's that. It's not like sand that I got outside. It's sand from Hobby Lobby or whatever that place is called. I'm drawing a blank on his name. Michael's or Hobby Lobby you could get it from, or you could just get it from Amazon. It's like a train diorama company that sells it, so that's where I got that sand from. And all the little details I think came out really, really nice to make it look like blacktop and pavement. And then the glossy side, looking at all that. But yeah, that wraps it up for the 4 or 5 dioramas that I made for the customer. Let me know down in the comments below which of these was your favorite. And thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye.